Hi there, welcome to number one Geek in Design Sounds, and we're back with some more Space Engineers live stream. And oh. There we go. Okie dokie. Actually, I've just suddenly realised Chris is online at the moment, so that might mean that he's actually on holiday. Let me pop into Stream Room 1. We'll see where we go with that. Maybe not. Maybe he's just going to head off, or he's just on his phone, doing phony things. He's a phony. Hee. Right, so let's put my light back on. Right, just got to kind of get myself back into where we were. I had to miss out a week because obviously we've. Oh, that's right. We'd found this place out. And it had a heck of a lot of things. It's quite exciting, in fact. Well, if Chris has pinked that, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to bring the Bogs Dollocks in a little bit closer. Or do I need to switch on the bobs? No, I can hear them clicking, so I'll be honest with you, I'd have thought we'd probably been close enough to something's been taken apart. Oh yeah, definitely going into it now. Okay. So I may as well do my bit. Where did I put that down? There. Oh, that's right. I think I put it bit closer there because there was these defence platforms that I wanted to have to take apart, but I don't think they're quite close enough, perhaps? Who knows? Anywho. Yes, I had the in-laws in last week, which is the reason why I wasn't able to stream. But, now's a quiet time. Well, the little ones go back to school. I mean, I'm sure the Bobs would probably start taking most of this apart anyway. I mean, as in, like, once they were taken apart, they would put all the bits and pieces that were in there to... Hey, buddy. But I'd like something to do. Hello, mate.
Howdy ho.
Is Yao on holiday?
Well, it is technically a bank holiday today.
Technically.
But I'm technically not going back to work till about the 5th.
Oh, nice. When you say technically, you mean factually?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure people will have me doing some work in the next 2 weeks, but I won't be at work.
Right, fair play. Repairing your toilet again.
No, it's working fine at the minute.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So, like, you know, you sit in a porcelain throne and it doesn't work. It's just not done, you know.
No. Ironically, I think it was the shower that caused the problem.
Oh, right. Was there a pressure differential or something like that?
Yeah, I think the shower was basically creating too large a sump.
Right.
Because it wasn't flowing out of the shower properly, basically.
Nah.
It was back flushing towards the shower.
Yeah, it's not good having toilet water suddenly appear in your shower, is it?
You see, it wasn't when the float was working properly. It wasn't coming out the shower, but it was coming up, unbeknown to me, as high as the bottom of the shower fittings.
Alright.
And then when the float stopped working, obviously it was able to get higher than that.
Alright.
That's when there was a real problem. So I will be here this weekend, but I cannot guarantee I will be here next weekend.
Fair play.
Inventory full.
Well, I was going to be doing Schedule 1 with Whisperfire yesterday, but it turns out that yesterday was WrestleMania.
Ah.
Yeah. And John Cena apparently still is a main event. Doesn't give up the ghost. But apparently he's reinvented himself as a bad guy, so that's all good apparently.
I could see him as a bad guy.
Oh, he was a bad guy when he first came out. When he was the actually that's not quite true. He was like a fresh-faced like when The Rock came out and he was Rocky Maivia. Yeah. I think they've learned that if you want to create someone who's got like a little nonce about them, you kind of have to have them as heels rather than faces.
I don't think I've watched any mainstream wrestling since well before The Rock.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I mean, as you know, I used to be a professional wrestler, but I've kind of lost interest in it now. It seems duller than dishwater now. Just like everyone's got a name, and that's WWE's fault as well, because they, you know, when they've got gimmicks and angles and stuff like that, and WWE owned them, everybody's decided, well, no, I'm not going to be an angle. I want to be Fred. You know, I want to be my character, my name. So, in that term, they've kind of lost their, I'd like to say identity, but that's not quite true. I think what I'm trying to say is that they've pretty much killed the idea of having another Undertaker, for example, because you know, someone who's unique, because everybody's now cookie cutter.
They're all very samey, aren't they?
Yeah. It's all about the person as an individual rather than a wrestler with a job. And I love wrestler with a job. I think it should come back myself. But there you go.
Like, I've been to see wrestling more recently, but it's the local working men's club wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I used to do as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I did some big events, but nothing too fantastic. But yeah, but I find those are more fun because you can get into, you get more personal with the wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
Now, the only problem is most of the time was that you had to kind of like tell the kids almost every match, do not touch the wrestlers.
Yeah, where I went to watch the wrestling, they had to tell certain adults that as well.
Yeah, there are some. I remember one time we ended up getting hired to do something that's like a martial arts centre. So a lot of these people were kind of like a lot of hard knocks, kind of like watching it. And I remember for some strange reason, one bloke decided that he was just trying to kick the shit out of one of my wrestlers out there. And it was like, fucking hell, here we go, because it would have been a big brawl. But apparently the guy who ran the place kind of took this guy to one side and said, look, if you keep doing that, you keep doing this every. So apparently this guy has been a bit of a problem case for this guy for a very long time. So
yeah, it
was a question of pack your stuff, get out, mate. I'm not, you know. So fortunately, they dealt with it in house, so to speak, without us having to get involved and potentially ruining a night for everybody. So
yeah.
And the simple fact is, it's just kids' entertainment. I mean, you know, it's not rocket science. I mean, there is a certain amount of technique and talent that you need to do. For example,
yes.
You definitely need to know how to navigate a ring without hurting yourself or anybody else.
You need to know how to fall and how to take a hit.
Yeah.
Or fake a hit, whichever way around you want to class it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, simple fact is you get potatoed all the time. That's one of the things you have to accept. Someone's going to make a mistake and hit you full force.
You were meant to dodge left, not right.
It wasn't. Not that. It's more the fact that they're being clumsy, and then it's just a question of just giving them their receipt, and that's that. Then.
One of the best matches we watched. They were doing like a no holds barred thing. So you have to throw him off the roof of the top of the stairs, throw him up the stairs, throw him down the stairs.
Yeah.
And they were meant to throw them at this wall. What they didn't realise is the wall was doors.
Right.
They went straight through into the food stands. Absolutely wrecked several hundred quid's worth of food.
Oh dear.
That was not part of the plan.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And I can imagine the person who ran it probably privately shitting himself because he's probably going to have to end up taking that out of his takings to pay for it as well.
Yep.
It's one of the things I used to dread is I had a couple of wrestlers who I wouldn't call them bad boys, but they thought they knew best, and they caused me a lot of problems sometimes just by doing things that they know they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
I'm going to ask you a question, Saz.
go.
Are you doing your security thing that you do on your internet?
I didn't even think about it. I didn't even check this morning, and it probably is. My VPN is probably on, even though it's not out at the moment. What's going on here? Yep. I'm gonna have to restart as well, I think. What I will do is I will save it. Well, so it should be off, but I suspect if when you try to log on, I'm going to end up dropping. There we go, unloading now. Just glad I managed to get a save in before that.
I'm going to completely close down just in case, because I don't trust my computer.
Oh, I think I'm getting a new phone tomorrow.
Ooh,
Yeah, no.
gone with anything fancy or?
Well, if I have to say so myself, it's the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Relatively fancy.
Yeah, I like my S21, but it's starting to show its age. So the only thing I'm keeping it for now is for the camera, because I can do I can then take off all the bits around it that make it difficult to record with, and I can just use it as a recording device.
Yes. The Linus Tech Tips tip of removing the battery out the back of it so it doesn't explode.
Well, the S21.
No, any phone that you're using as a long-term powered device, one of the tricks to making it basically last forever is you take the battery out.
Right.
Because it's then not charge cycling the battery, which it mightn't be a problem with that particular phone because that might have the ability to set it so it doesn't charge above X percentage or whatever.
Yes. But I think Samsung kind of learnt from that one when they're what was it, the one set fire to it themselves on an aeroplane. Was it the first Z Flip or was it their first Note? Oh, it was the set Note 7, wasn't it, that set itself alight on an aeroplane? I remember
There was a lot of phones setting themselves alight at that kind of time.
Yeah.
A lot of trousers got burned.
And a lot of trousers went brown as well.
Yeah. Especially the pilot.
Yeah, I distinctly remember it saying basically that you weren't allowed Samsung Galaxy Note 7s on planes. They refused. If you had one, they wouldn't let you have it on the plane. You'd have to leave it behind.
Yep.
It's like, ooh, glad I didn't buy one of them.
You're like, exactly how bad are these phones that they're literally listed specifically? It's not allowed on this aircraft.
Well, exactly. I think it had something to do with the altitude that caused the problems, whereas the
Yes.
the iPhone ones were just it happens at a random point in time.
Yes, the good old days of Roman candling mobile phones.
Yeah.
Now we only have to worry about that with electric vehicles.
Oh yeah, I heard about that bike. The bike that went a little bit awry.
Bikes, mobility scooters, lots of cars.
I remember when.
I'm waiting to see one of the lorries go,
Oh right, yeah,
because that's going to be impressive.
yeah. Oh, you got to wait for a Tesla to do it as well. That'll be the big one when BBC Watchdog comes along and tells you about how dangerous your Tesla is.
Did you see that where another went up because of an electric car?
So what went up?
Another cargo ferry,
Oh.
a cargo ferry
Oh right.
went up because they think one of the electric batteries went.
Got salt water in it by chance.
I can only imagine that must be what it is, because you've got to assume that they pull all the safety tabs once they're on board.
Yeah.
Because obviously they'll use the electric batteries to drive them on board, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But you'd think once they get them on board, they'd pull all the safety tabs
No, yeah. At least
and leave them in like a
Yeah.
dead state until they get to the other end.
maybe put some hot snot over the bits that connect it all up, just so that no water can get into them, and then you can peel it off afterwards.
Yep.
But yeah, you kind of think you do something like that, especially when we know what chemical reactions can do. Okay, we're up and running. Right, so we're currently taking the base apart again. Everybody who has just joined us, because I have noticed a few people have dropped on to have a look. We are currently taking this this base apart. We are now able to create special parts now, because we have managed. Did we put it in the back? Did I shove it in the back?
They
there?
they should be in the cargo bay.
In the cargo bay, right? Okay.
Because I think it's a small grid.
Actually, I'm
Oh no, no,
not sure.
yeah, I think it is in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I plumbed them in last week. Oh, sorry, the week before last. Yeah, because that's the battery on there. Because I was having a bit of trouble with this one, wasn't I? Oh yeah, because that gyroscope's working like a dream.
Gyro.
Yeah, it's the gyro. That's
Yes,
the
that's the assembler there.
assembler, and somewhere around here.
I think the refinery module is the one that's in the hangar bay because it's a small grid. It has to go on a
Oh,
small
right.
grid ship.
So we've got a small grid refinery. Oh, that's still not
Yep.
working. That's because it was switched off.
Is it switched off?
Yeah. So did I not do a large? I'm pretty sure we put something else in here. But I guess it must have just been the...
There's a large thruster,
Yeah, we've got the rosters
assembler.
over there.
gyros. It's interesting, there's a docking port there.
We've got a bob there. So right, so we now need to... Well, that's kind of told us what needs to happen, is that we need to find ourselves a large grid refinery. So that's going to be our next target.
Yes. Yep.
So the small grid refinery. You were going to do something with that, weren't you?
Well, I think the thing we should do is we now have a functional small grid Protect drill.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are we replace our large mining ship
With the Protect drill ship.
with a Protect drill ship with the Protect refinery built into it.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yep. Obviously, it means joining those two blocks together
Yes.
and then building a ship around it.
did you want... My only... The first thing I know is this is us we're talking about here. And is it wise for us to connect the two bits together when we know that there's a good possibility that one of us is going to crash it into something and both parts go...
That's also a possibility. We could always just dock it permanently to the grid.
Right.
Um,
Now, are you sure this Protect is a small grid? Because it looks
Yeah.
bloody big.
yeah, I'm pretty certain that's a small grid one.
Right. Well, we are actually...
So I think the large grid's even bigger.
So we're
I'm just having trouble finding the server at the minute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know why. I know why. Could be that my Steam is invisible. Try that. I was having a few people trying to get me to join their games, and I just really wasn't into it, so I switched myself onto invisible to stop getting bugged by people. That should see me now.
Yep.
There you go.
It was just getting it to do the activation of the activation, if that makes sense.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Weirdly, I was able to get in when your VPN was on. I just couldn't do anything once I was in.
No, fair play. So the only thing we're missing on the drill is Prototech machinery. Now I wonder if we can set our assembler to make that
You need 4, by the looks of it.
Prototech. Prototech assembler.
Yeah, and we have scrap. We may have to move stuff around through like the refinery and then the assembler and stuff. I'm not too sure.
Was it for machinery that we needed, or was it something else that I've forgotten?
It was for machinery.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Well, I've got Prototech scrap. I know we've got some of that.
The next thing we'll have to do is check. If it doesn't pull the material, is check that the material can get across the system.
Yeah. I'll let you do that. You're better at that sort of shit than me.
Yeah.
I'm the sort of person you just
It is loading. It's at 50%.
Right. Okay.
So if that's the case, do you want to put a connector on that refinery and just get that connected to the system?
I thought it
If we're
was.
just going to keep it on board? No, it's just landed at the minute. It's not actually connected to the refinery.
Oh, right.
The assembler's connected.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll start building the ship around this thing then. I think that's probably
And
best.
then we can start building the thing around the drill. And then basically we can bob the big drill ship.
Okay. Right. Just having a quick look at it now, see where we are here. Right. So we've got top and bottom. I think our best option right now is, let's think. Have we got... If I do this upside down, what I can do is with those two small connectors, I may be able to put a it's called a I know what I'm talking about. My brain's not working today again.
Called Monday.
Cockpit. That was the word I've been looking for the last 4 weeks. Right, got a big one there.
Okay, it will take materials. So all I have to do is find the materials now for the assembly.
Well, that's kind of what we're looking at here, isn't it?
Protect scrap.
I hope I've got some steel plate, isn't it?
Right. Nickel, gold, silicone, and iron.
Oh, balls. No, it's not going to work, is it? Was that the one I was looking at? No. I think it was that one. Right. Now, where did I put it? Archie Blairs? Oh, right. I'll do that then. Okay. Interior plate.
Right. As I've been going through, every ProTech component I'm finding, I'm putting into the assembler,
Roger.
into the ProTech assembler, so that we kind of have a chance of finding it again. Okay, and we need to do some disassembly.
Did we have a small gyroscope up here at some point? Was I doing that?
We may have had a small.
Oh no,
we may have had a small
yeah,
ProTech.
I blew it up. Didn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah. Okay. Now the one thing I do want to do is I want to make sure that the gyroscope is well away from this part.
Assembler. I'm gonna like cry now.
Don't cry.
You know why it didn't pull the supplies across?
Why is that, mate? Because you were
Switched
skinny
off.
bit? Yeah.
I just spent all of that time when I could have just switched the damn thing on.
Never mind.
It is a large grid. I thought it was a small grid. So we have to build it separate to that anyway.
Well, I could make it a Bob ship. Okay, well that changes the design a little because I was actually doing this as a kind of like a bit of a tough rig. But now it really doesn't matter what the design is, does it?
Particularly, like I say, I genuinely thought it was a large grid, but it's not. Yeah, a small grid, because, yeah.
We are getting closer to each other, though. So
I'm not planning to build any more of this right now. I was just kind of...
Mine's looking like a very big penis right now.
You think that's looking like a giant penis? Wait till you get the other one built.
Guess you're right. Right, I need to get a lot more steel, so I'm going to grab myself 100, I think. I think I'm literally going to build a shell around this this part because I know what we're like.
Yep.
So that Schedule 1 game is actually quite fun.
Yeah, my brother was mentioning he's been playing it, but he's not too sure whether it's something he could stream. Because he's found it very he's set a lot of stuff that takes a long time to happen in it.
Yeah. Well, I've been quite fortunate because I've had Whisper running around, literally doing everything in the background for me while I play the basics of the game.
Yeah.
That's It's definitely. I think if you're streaming it, it's definitely going to have to be one that you multiplayer. Because it just means that you're not spending your time worrying about what you're trying to do. You can get on and do your bits, and then obviously, as always, when you've got more people playing, you get more conversation. So
Yeah.
that's always been my thing. We were talking about it because Whisper says what she does, she hums, so there's no dead space. But the problem with being a man is that you have this amazing ability to switch your face off. Oh, what's that?
Fire. Heavy fire. Spat Sentinel. What the heck is he trying?
He's just rammed us, I think.
Yeah, big time. He managed to take out most of his reverse thrusts.
Hold on, let me get to the... Isn't it? Have we just taken no damage whatsoever?
Shields.
Thank God for that. Are we doing... I can't see down below us now, so... Is he done? Can I turn that?
He seems to have stopped making noise
Okay.
when I took out the reactors, so
Oh, okay. I just switched the guns back on, that's all.
yeah, they can probably be switched back off now.
Yeah, and now I also need to find my body. Oh, it's actually in the ship. Right.
In ours or theirs?
There's. Because after I died, it rammed me.
Yeah. I think it must have been looking for you particularly.
Did look that way, didn't it? Right.
Well, especially from where I was, because I managed to get outside and behind it and was in the process of taking this engine out, and it kind of like attacked the ship and then like flung itself further in.
Yeah, it hit me.
Yeah.
I got killed by small arms fire, but then my body was taken away for experimentation, I think. Where is my body? How have I managed to get inside there?
I love how it's just floating off to the distance.
Yeah, with my body in it. Oi! How the... Can you pop over here and get this door for me?
One thing about doors.
Yeah, it takes forever, don't it? I think I'm fighting something here as well, so... Jesus Christ, how long does this door take?
The ship's still moving.
Yeah. You did pick up one of the 3 drills I've been making, haven't you?
No. I very rarely have high level kit. I died.
I need to change my thingy down to my grinder. To grinder GR. Right. Chris, you're kind of in my way here, mate.
Inventory full.
But I am dead.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Can you stop being so ingratiated?
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory
Oh my god,
full.
I cannot believe it.
Inventory
My body
full.
is actually stuck in an engine.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Right, there we go. That's given me some time now. So let's get rid of that. Let's get those back. Rid of those. Right, now let's get my grinder back up and running. I already got my grinder there. Oh, it's my welder that I took away. There we go. Right. How far away from the bog zone now? Holy moly!
You're off 2k away. The ship was travelling.
I can't even. Oh, there she's. That would help. Well, that was slightly embarrassing, wasn't it? Got caught with our trousers down there. That's not good enough.
Yeah, it was doing 20 meters a second, by the way.
It's doing that thing in RimWorld where they snatch your bodies away or kidnap you.
Yep.
And where was I? I am terrified that I have got this wrong. Right, you have to excuse me, I do need a whiz, and I think I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, so I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Build and repair system. Fly mode, grinder only.
Let's carry on for a bit while the kettle's boiling. So how do you take your tea, Chris? Are you an artric kid tea drinker?
I very rarely drink tea or coffee.
Mm.
I will drink it if I'm
Just out of
away at
politeness.
certain places. No, it's like certain places in Yorkshire, for instance. I will have a cup of tea over a cup of coffee.
Right.
But where possible, I will always just try to have a soft drink.
Yeah,
but obviously,
I've stopped drinking soft drinks. I've lost nearly a stone already. Can't believe it.
well, I've gone over to the sugar-free stuff.
Yeah, but that's the problem apparently. Apparently the sugar-free stuff is that it still triggers that thing with your body that says, "Oh, I'm having sugar," but then you don't have sugar, and so your body then ends up making you want to eat because it's trying to find the sugar that it's pretending you've got.
That it thought it had.
Yeah.
That would kind of make sense.
So yeah, it has been told that it's not, and apparently they aspartame and stuff like that, all the stuff that's in the new sugar-free stuff, they claim it rots your guts and things like that as well. So
Yes. Yeah. A lot of them aren't very good for you.
I mean, the reason I stopped drinking that sort of stuff was because I was getting heartburn, which after my gastric bypass operation is something I shouldn't be getting. So
Yeah.
that was a worry. I mean, I haven't completely quit. You know, there's no point going cold turkey on myself. But you know, I've literally gone down to maybe one bottle of Coke. You know, like a 1-2 litre bottle of Coke a week. Down from kind of like 6 or 7. I was a massive Coke drinker.
Well, I tried stopping that ship. It didn't want to stop.
No. Oh, you tried to use... Yeah, problem with that ship, it's good on small grids, but it's not so good on large grids that have a lot of weight on them.
Yeah.
Just going to go check the kettle. I think so. Right, cup of tea in hand. So we've also just had to. We're in the process of getting our kitchen redesigned because effectively we've had the Universal Credit people come along and say you have too many savings. You need to start spending stuff. And I'm like, well, okay. Well, what's the limit? It's £6,000 of savings. I said, oh, is that per individual? Yes, or married couple. What? Yes, or married couple.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. So what you're saying to me is actually more prudent for me to divorce my wife, stay with her, so that we both have £6,000 of credit. It's like, who makes these rules
I'd be
up?
careful. I'd be careful on that one because I've seen some where basically different things that even if you're not married and live together, they can go after the different account, the commingled funds accounts.
I
So
mean, we're not going to do it. It's just a question of I could.
No.
It's just
yeah,
bloody hell.
because I remember a few years back they were like, yeah, well you've got to ask the person you're dating for their entire financial data so that you can fill out your form. And it's like, they're not even living together. Why? Like, if they're living together, it's one thing because, like, you know, the state's providing for that household.
Yeah.
But like,
Well,
the width of which the government was wanting information on people seemed rather broad.
yeah. I mean, and the other thing that got me as well was that Reford encouraged me to do this help to save thing, right? And the one
Yeah.
thing it says right on its website is will not affect your universal credits. It bloody does.
Yep.
What they're saying by it's not affecting your universal credits is that even though you'll get £6,000 at the end of it for all the savings that you do, what they neglect to mention is that that's the 6,000 that you have.
Yep.
You'll basically, if you have a
Can't
pound,
have this and other savings.
yeah, if you have a pound in it, you're screwed. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's almost like the system is designed to keep people poor.
Yes.
It's like, no, how dare you try to get yourself out of poverty by saving? We're not going to help.
What's even worse, when you start spending the money, they then start whinging at you as well.
Well, that's basically the major reason why we've now gone for a kitchen, because apparently we have too much money. So
Yep.
if we want, you know. Because I'm unable to work because of my disability, it's now got to the point where I'm now a burden on my household. Right, I think what we'll do is we shall pop a connector here. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I'm that kind of guy. So has Tammy brought you to go out to see the Minecraft movie yet?
Nope.
You escaped that one, did you? Oh, how Snow White.
I haven't had to go see either of those yet.
Oh.
Um,
Did you pick up on the fact that everybody said it was an absolute piece of garbage? That's
oh no, she absolutely wants to go see it. We just haven't had time yet.
Right. Okay.
I've managed to get away with not having to go see it. Oh.
No. You might as well just wait for it to come out on I mean, no one's even pirating it. That's the funniest thing. Can't get a copy of it on pirate because nobody's bothered.
But yeah, because somebody would have to admit to have gone to the cinema.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to avoid it, to be honest, but we'll see, because I don't make those decisions.
No, it's the problem about being a bloke, isn't it? You don't get to make decisions.
No, very few decisions get made by me. But we are away for a birthday this weekend, so wow. At the weekend.
Good stuff.
We're going to the 80s weekend at Butlins.
Nice.
Which, from what I've been told, is a disgraceful set of inappropriate behaviours.
Oh well. Looks like you're in the perfect place then.
Yeah. The fact that they go to the trouble of basically saying, please don't come dressed as any inappropriate people from history. And they've emailed me that like 12 times now as just a side. Just please don't come dressed as any of these people.
Oh, which ones are there then?
Anybody who has committed a criminal offence.
Okay. In the 80s. I'm trying to think now.
Exactly. Who you got left?
I have no idea. Gyro.
One of our group was going as Jackson. I think it was primarily meant for things like Savile and
Oh right, yes.
and the like. The
Jonathan King, he was another one, wasn't he? Rolf Harris.
Rolf Harris. But it was a very broad statement. You know, literally anybody who's committed a criminal offence from the 80s. It's like that list. It's like just a list of anybody who wasn't in Operation Yewtree.
What about Paul Cliff Richard? Wasn't he kind of slightly defamed, wasn't he, by the BBC? Wasn't he?
Yes, heavily. And what's his face? Oh, blue comedian that they had.
Roy Chubby Brown, is it?
No, similar to him. He did the snooker game.
Oh, Jim Davidson.
Jim Davison. Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't hear much about him.
He was arrested in the Yewtree. He wasn't. That was the point. His allegations weren't even against children, but they arrested him during Yewtree and made it part of Yewtree.
All right. That sounds targeted.
Yeah. He just so happened to be an outright outspoken person who didn't like Savile, and of the various people who were friends with Savile, who weren't targeted by Yewtree.
Yes, I do remember him having a moment on TV, kind of like doing the "I told you so" sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the other one was Johnny Rotten as well, wasn't it? Actually, what I'm going to do.
I was going to say that, you know, those blocks have got angled versions as well.
Have they?
Yeah. There's like corner piece style.
You know me. I like my square blocks.
Yeah, one of the special guests is Pat Shaw.
Oh bloody hell!
Yeah.
I think he's cut his hair by now, hasn't he? You reckon?
The pictures I've seen, yes, but like, I really want him to still have the wig. I also want him to bring the twins, but yeah.
Melon.
I think the
Melon somebody, wasn't it?
yeah. somehow doubt the twins will be there though.
Yeah. They've probably had families and stuff like that. So. And while it's a sad fact, it is a fact that women don't tend to age as well as men do.
It's a lot easier to hide your age as a man.
Energy low.
Especially in the industry, as they say.
Yeah.
I just wish the weekend had lined up better for the 90s weekend, because I think that would have been more fun.
Why did they not ban anyone from play?
No, it's well, you've got more choices of people who haven't been charged with anything for a start.
Yeah.
From the 90s. Not much more, but you know, there's still a few of them. No, the comedian was Basil Brush.
Oh right. Well, he had a bit of a resurgence, didn't he? Because I know he was around in the 70s and 80s, but it was the late 90s and the early 2000s that he had a bit of a resurgence.
Yep.
I guess that's the thing about being a puppet. In fact, the only puppet that hasn't really had a bit of a resurgence, I mean, even Sooty had a bit of a...
So he had a resurgence.
Yeah, is that... and the only one that hasn't is Emu.
It did at around the same... Well, a little bit before...
I thought it all ended once
Basil Brush.
once Rod Hall fell off the thingy. Off his roof.
Yeah, after he fell off the roof, it did kind of do a resurgence, but it didn't go well, because I think they did it animated.
Right. Oh, right. I reckon that's probably a right thing, that is, to be fair.
Yeah. It's like there was an old TV series, can't remember the name of it, but one of the cast members, when he passed away basically with no money, and his wife begged the other star from the show to basically allow them to put the show on TV so she could get the royalty rights.
Yeah.
And he refused.
Alright.
But she was desperate for the money to basically pay for the funeral.
Well, some people are made certain ways, aren't they? I mean, who knows?
Well, yeah,
who knows what their relationship is like?
Yeah. From what was said, it was because he considered the work of poor quality. And basically didn't want it re-showing.
Right.
Which was a bit of a shame. But when you get into rights, stuff gets weird. Like movie rights. Who owns the rights to, like, the character or the thing or the widget in the corner of the set?
Right, I'm going to... I think I've got enough power on this thing to move it, so I'm going to... I've got everything every direction, haven't I? Yeah, I've got some facing forward. This is basically a bob barge, isn't it, really? Yep. Right, I'm going to... to get rid of it completely, do you? Okay. Okay, right, so now I can start fitting. Smash no tube. Right. Doop. Pop those on. Let's grab some more steel tubes. There we go. 127 should cover me. At least for a small while. Right, functionality, I mean it looks like a piece of shit, but functionally it's going to work. So. I'm happy. I might do some extras to it afterwards once I've looked at it and thought I don't like. Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Just had a bit of a wobble there.
It may have been some of the wreckage out here despawning.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Because the big section of wreckage spiraled off into the distance after the impact.
Right. Okay. Oh, wait a second. What's that just say then? Ooh, we hadn't actually claimed that assembler. But it's claimed now, so...
That thing certainly, obviously it needs some more power apparently.
Yeah, it's only got the one battery you put on it, so...
Yeah.
I can equal that out by putting another battery next to it. But I just thought I'd get it done first so that we can... Unfortunately, I haven't Oh. The Prototech refineries put some stuff in there. There are no assemblers on the ship. That's a refinery, isn't it?
Yeah. It's probably switched off, which until you get the other battery on is probably a good idea.
Yeah, it is off, yeah. Now, I've got like about 6 bobs on here, so... There's a cutter coming up. Is that something that we need to worry about? And literally as I looked at it, it's despawned. Just keep moving this stuff around because get everything into a large cargo container. Oh, we picked up a propulsion unit.
Hey.
Actually, we've picked up another propulsion unit. Now this thing's automatically already starting to pay dividends, isn't it? Oh, cross, there's another one. I can keep the bobs basically unbumbled, so to speak. Actually, maybe I ought to put a, what's it called through? If I can redesign it, put a thing through it so it forces the materials through into the cargo container.
The bobs should be set to push automatically into the containers.
Let me have a look.
If not, it's a setting you can actually set in the settings.
Okay. Use conveyor system on. Fly mode. Build new. Grind. Push ingot ore immediately, push items immediately, push components immediately. That's what's happened. It's not got components written on it, that's why. Right, that should do it now, hopefully. I think they are pushing it, but they're pushing it to the cab rather than to the.
Yeah. They'll fill the cab. They'll fill whatever's closest first, but they should fill everything if it's connected.
Well, I've got connection from the cab all the way through to the container, so I know I have. Right, that's. Okay. Right, so once we've taken this thing apart, hopefully that unidentified signal will disappear and a new one will turn up. And then if we're really, really lucky, and I do mean really, really lucky, we'll manage to grab ourselves a large form refinery. I've been really, really, really wanting to try Baldur's Gate 3, which I managed to pick up when I had a little bit of money. But I just haven't had the time to sit down and spend it. I mean, Whisper and I were originally going to do it together, but we kind of just realised that it's very intensive. It's an intensive game, and
Yes.
the amount of hours we'd have to sink into it just to get somewhere would be like, yeah, we weren't going to be able to do that. So this looks like I'm repairing this. Why is that? Oh, it's just because it's got shit inside it.
Ah, let's go empty the containers first. Yeah.
Holy moly, that is a lot of stuff in there. I'm going to claim this grid, I think. I know we got 36 minutes, which is plenty of time for us to get it all sorted, but you know, raisins and all.
Yeah.
Have I filled up? Yes, but shouldn't they still be filling up? Okay.
They should be wanting to fill themselves as well.
Yes, but they weren't.
Strange.
Oh. Okay. I accidentally hit that little grid thing and I've started to take that apart, so I wonder if it's just... Are you using that little thing? Because I need to empty out.
The one on the outside, no.
Yeah. There's something there.
You want to move it?
If you could. Don't mean to be all elitist and stuff, but I need to get this clean out so I can get all...
You do realise that this ship's a Bob ship as well, right? That's what I was out here doing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Well, it's not... It's a fighter that I've added a couple of Bobs to so that I can eradicate debris field type blocks, basically.
Right. Okay.
Um,
What have I got stuck on the front of me? Oh, oh no. Oh no. Well, scratch that one, because I've somehow managed to destroy the cargo container.
all the Bobs?
No, the bobs are okay.
Was the cargo container on the... Okay.
The cargo container's on the front.
Ah.
So does that mean that when I hit it, all the bits and pieces...
Is one of your... Yeah, either that or one of your thrusters is pointing at it. May I also recommend with the rebuild you add a shield generator,
Yes. Yeah, it's all up here.
as it will...
It's when I collided, I destroyed the thingy. But... Oh, I'm such a silly ass. Actually, it looks like the Bogs is actually picking up my mistake for me. So right, time for the old redesign. I think I'm going to have to box the whole thing in and just use the front part. So What, you gotta... What? Hey. The game's being yampy again. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to remove those lights at the front because I'm going to put the lights in here. Connector back on there. Anything I promised to do as well? What? Ooh, right. I might have to do a little bit of design revision. I think we need to make some power cells. Oh, wait a second. Is this the gyro?
We do have a small gyro.
We literally just found it at the same time. Oh, never mind.
One did explode, but we then found another one on this base.
Right.
So there is a small gyro that can be fitted to a small grid ship. At some point.
Good stuff. Production. I need... battery parts. Where are they?
You setting up a batch to manufacture, yeah?
I'm looking for it. But as usual, I'm having my usual brain fart moments of not being able to
Found
see
them and
it.
added them on my end.
Alright, fine. Certainly sounds like you have, because I think I can hear things being made again. Now, my little design issue is going to have to be here, I think. So, we're getting there. Certainly getting there. don't think I'm going to park this onto a thingy, just so I'm not overcooking the battery that is in there at the moment. How's the drill ship going? Looks like you've started.
It's pretty much finished as much as I can. There's a couple of batteries I'm just finishing off now, and then the reactors I need reactor components for, which I'm having trouble making at the minute. I think we're out of gravel.
Well, that sounds like a catch-22 situation, isn't it? How do you make gravel?
Yep.
Well, you got to mine it. How are we going to make the miner? We need gravel.
Well, theoretically, this should be good enough now to dock and to charge up the onboard batteries.
No, Roger.
And it should then be good enough to do mining, but I'm just kind of letting the batteries cook first before I try to move it, because it's not much now for these batteries to finish, and then I'll
It's a good thing I decided to just keep that. What's the word again? Own the blocks after this little mishap.
that's probably everything built now that isn't a reactor.
Right, yeah.
Oh no, one last there.
Oh, look, so it's still got
Oh.
we're missing shield components. Oh no, has that just gone up?
Ah. Thanks for reminding me. The miner has not got shields. It has places where I can put single block shields, but it has not got them at present.
I've also realised I haven't put any oxygen in this ship.
That's one of the things I have actually got right with this one. It does have... And I think I may need to add an event controller to turn off one of the gyros until she's full of cargo.
Right, groups.
She's now docked, and the inertial dampers are switched off. So in theory she's now charging her batteries. And she takes a heck of a lot less space than the other one.
Yeah,
Fully recharged in 13 minutes.
good stuff. You put it
And the
all.
way I've designed it,
You
there's
got-
an auto detector
Yeah.
and a beacon. It hasn't got shields yet, but I'm just going to have a look. At the shields now to see if I can add single block shields. Or if they take up more space, because I'm going to assume it's more space. Yeah, 2 blocks. Hmm.
I might put a few azimuth thrusters on here.
Yeah, you got a fair amount on there. It has a shield generator now. It's not the best placed.
I've put a lot on because you know what it's like. Gets heavy, doesn't move, can't stop.
Yep.
Saz face plants to the side of the ship.
Well, I'm kind of expecting that when I've drilled with this a bit, I'm going to want a bigger cargo container on it.
Right.
So at the minute, I've left the back of the ship kind of open to add another cargo container to it, like a bigger cargo container. You kind of have the engines as a mid-center protrusion rather than an end protrusion at the minute. But obviously that'll alter how I do things at the back of the ship.
Yeah.
Because I kind of don't want to put small drills on, but I'm not too sure how big a hole this drill makes.
Right.
Because I think it's quite big.
Yes, it looks like it's going to be taking in a lot of rock.
Yeah. So. But it is now properly docked and has a fair amount of engines. It's not a ridiculous amount of engines, but once I know how big a hole it digs, I might push the engines out a block, make the ship basically a 5x5. But it depends how big a hole it drills.
Okay.
Which means we're probably ready to take this one apart. Which will free us up a lot of room in the hangar bay.
Yeah.
Right, are we not moving for a little while?
Yeah, I'm going to go see if I can get the rest of this stuff. Just want to make
Right,
sure
I'm
the
going to cut
batteries-
the... Yeah, I'm going to separate this ship off from the thing and pink it then.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to switch my batteries over to recharge on it.
Yep. We're not moving, are we? We're just... You're going to do everything from this... Right. Right.
It's not seem to be taking any of the bits and pieces out, so I'm going to have to manually do it.
Yeah, remember a lot of the bobs are set to not dismantle thingy grids. So they need to be pinked, and it's possible I've got the pink wrong.
Right.
Also, if there's that much cargo inside them, they'll take forever to empty.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, I'm not seeing any blue streaks or yellow streaks going towards it, so usually indicates that the bobs are not playing ball with us.
Well, I'm not seeing those here either, and it is dismantling the ship, so...
Right. Let's change it to my pink, see if it picks it up.
It's also possible they're outside of range.
No. No, this blue, yeah. It's the wrong pink, that's why. You might want to come over and set your pink off what I've put here if you want to, mate.
Well, look, the pink's working, so it was the pink I used when I did that was obviously off.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's taking everything apart now. That's good. I'm going to go pink this as well while I'm at it.
Yeah, the mining ship is pretty much 50% gone now. The old mining ship,
Right, good stuff.
which will clear up a lot of hangar space because that thing was
It was
quite
good,
large.
but bulky.
It was also very slow. I'm hoping that the new one, when she's empty, is a little bit quicker
Yeah.
because she doesn't have to have 20 drills.
Oh, right. We haven't taken the actual thing apart. It seems to have drifted away.
Yeah, I think it got bounced by the ship that attacked us.
Right. Tell us when Old Faithful's all finally taken apart, because I'm going to have to go out and take this unidentified signal apart, so that we can get our next unidentified signal. Unless I just get rid of the unidentified signal and forget about the rest of it. That's probably the better idea, isn't it? Oh no, it's a lot here, isn't it? Oh, it's still moving. Oops.
Hopefully this shouldn't take much longer.
I think once we've got all the items in there, hopefully the bobs will do their job and I won't be seeing too much pink in it more, and then we can go chase this down.
Ah, that's why it's taking the length of time it's took. Its cargo containers were still full. The bobs were pushing stuff into its cargo containers,
Right.
which is why it took so long. It's having to empty the cargo containers on this thing.
If I needed batteries. Is Old Faithful now just a distant memory?
There's basically 2 strips of cargo containers and a couple of engines left.
Right.
It's the cargo containers that's taking the time because, like I said, they are full.
Right.
And it is doing it. It's just you know. And once they're empty, they just almost disappear. But it's taking a bit of time for it to empty them.
Fair play. think I'm just going to risk it now. I've left it on charge for a little bit. There's 2 batteries, so there should be enough for me to... Oh, it's on 2 bars now, so they're both on 2 bars, which means I can take off recharge, turn that on, disconnect, back out a bit, down, down, dipper and down.
I'm half surprised you didn't just move the whole ship.
I was waiting for you to say that. You asked me not to move the ship, didn't you?
Yes. And literally, the minute you said, I'm going to do this, it's gone.
All right.
Now, this ship doesn't have shield generators functional yet, because it needs shield components and reactor components.
Now, why aren't my box?
Is your ship full?
I don't know. Well, things are coming in by the looks of it. Yes, it is full. Don't even know how that happened, but hey, whatever.
Because your bobs were pulling apart that ship. There. Nectar.
Oh, okay. Gonna have to consider some more gyros, I think. Right, hopefully this will get it sorted.
I am in the process of building you a black connector that I'm going to set to pull everything out of the ship that attaches to it.
Okay.
Drain all. Nothing on the lists. Cool. Whenever you connect to that, it'll suck all the supplies out of your ship. Obviously, the other 2 ships haven't got that on because they have ammunition, and ammunition gets sucked out as well. I put an additional cargo container.
I suppose you could blacklist the ammunition.
Hang on.
couldn't you?
You can whitelist it so it's just components and not ammo. There's a few different ways of doing it. But what I found tends to happen is you forget, and whatever it is you actually need out, you never then take out.
Yeah. Got a keep an eye on my large cargo container. There, no. To be fair, it's doing all right. I do like making bricks, don't I? It's function over form.
One of the biggest problems with Space Engineers is they have made it so that basically form has no function. Yeah, there is no advantage to having it, for instance, have wings or an aerodynamic shape or
Yeah.
outrunners, because it doesn't increase thrust leverage or anything like that. So there's no incentive to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a function over form sort of person anyway. I mean, it's a brick, it works. It's currently taking all this stuff apart now, and I'm quite happy with its progress. How we're doing for, yep, I think we'll probably take this apart before, then we can move on and chase after the unidentified signal that's slowly creeping away from us. We are starting to fill up, but we're now picking up items. Oh, the Project Refiner is taking the
Scrap. It should do.
not just
and
the
any
scrap
metal.
and the ores. Sorry, that was the
Yeah.
word I was looking for. Well, that's pretty much dismantled that completely. Okay. I think I know where I'm going to put the. Actually, let me have a look, see if I can do it now. H2. It's going to be a bit cheeky me putting it there, isn't it? But I'm going to put it there. Steel plates. I wonder if I've got any steel plate in this big ship of mine. I still should have more. There we go. Keep an eye on my 12,000. Okay. Doing a little bit of manoeuvring. Right, well, the Protect refinery is now full. Let's just have a look at this last bit here. Last bit.
Yay.
I'm gonna go chase down that. Oh, has it gone? Oh no, it's down there. Right, that's definitely full. I'm starting to recognise that mass clicking noise means that. So where's this black thingy in?
Basically, where you were docked. So if you just head back to your original dock location, you'll now find there's a black connector there.
Right. Yeah, I'm a little bit more clumsy now on maps that you full. So.
Yep.
Got it.
Contact. Docked. Just as a confirmation, your system clearing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Might take it a little while because there's a lot of stuff in there, and the system's not super quick doing it itself. But obviously I can speed it up by just
Manually moving shit.
yeah. There.
Okay.
That's everything but your ice and your O2 generator emptied out.
Yeah, I will lower it, but I just made it now because I wanted to keep all the ice that was there able to use it, so to speak, so I got more room.
We have a Junker drone coming in. Potentially coming in. 9 kilometers out, 7 kilometers out at the minute.
Right, I think it's actually taking it apart, so I'm actually going to come back in. I'll park in the old spot for the old faithful for the moment.
Down a bit. There you go. Contact.
Right. Let's chase this thing down then.
Okay.
You seated?
Not quite yet.
Just going to rotate this shit.
Look, it's sitting there blinded.
That Junker drone is probably not going to last too much longer. It gets within, was it 3,000 meters?
Yes. If
Yeah.
the systems are active.
Yeah, I've turned the weapons on.
This could be interesting then for him.
Yeah, because he'll be heading for me, won't he?
He might actually be heading for the debris.
All right.
I know some of the things will spawn specifically to grind up unpowered structures.
Ah. Well, he's got 0.2 kilometres before he's going to have a very, very rude awakening. Oh no, it's it. He's gone. Right, let's go get this unidentified signal.
To be fair, he literally was probably a grinding head,
Yeah.
a storage tank, and some basic engines and batteries.
Tony Mowbray has been sacked. He was in the job at West Bromwich Albion for 3 months, and they got from the point of being promotion title chasers down to by the time the one manager went and he joined, I think they were 5th in the table. They're now 10th.
Problem is, if the damage is already done, the damage is done.
Oh no, it's only 2 matches. That's the end. It's the end of their season now. But yeah, it's just showing along the lines of I can tell. Basically, they played Coventry and got absolute. They were awful. Yeah, it was the worst performance I've ever seen a football team play. And the same thing happened with Derby County, who are literally fighting for survival in the Championship. I'm pretty sure that he had a warning that if you have performances like that, you're gone, mate. And they had another performance like that, so. Right, I've matched speeds. I hope.
Should have fixed the horrible noises coming from the.
Did I haven't switched my what's called off, did I? Which others?
Yeah, neither of your ships had its dampness off. you know when you're sitting in there going, "What's that banging?"
Oh no, I heard the bang. I know exactly what it was. It's just I was busy concentrating trying to match speeds with our target over here.
Yeah, but obviously I couldn't get out of the seat till we'd stopped, or at least till we'd relatively stopped.
Yeah.
Because if we're travelling at any kind of speed and I get out of the cockpit, it just ends badly. What sort of speed are we travelling at?
Around 15 metres per second.
I'm wondering if it's worth bringing over one of these ships to...
It might do, but I've got to keep the ship in a relatively close direction. So I'm 500 metres away and I'm slowly pushing myself forward. She is fighting me.
Impact!
I know. Balls. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to blow this thing up. What's fighting me? Because I'm losing speed here. Why am I losing speed?
Nothing should be fighting you, but obviously something is.
That's weird. What's my weapons? There we go. I've got some serious catching up to do here. Unless you want to take some pot shots at it with the big cannon.
I'm not on board at the moment.
Alright. I'm trying to catch you up then.
I'm trying to do enough damage that the thing disappears off the.
Well, there's another way I can make it disappear. I'm just going to the thing to just end it.
Then I died. Yeah, I was semi-successful until it got impacted, and then it was just like, nope.
Right.
It hasn't given me control there, has it?
Yes, I've got no control.
You have control back now?
Yeah. I wonder why our weapons aren't firing. Unless there's nothing there to fire at.
There mightn't be anything that meets the criteria for the firing systems.
Well, do you want to change it to just blow it up?
Problem is, if I sit in a seat to take control of, to try to target stuff,
I'll do
it
it.
takes control of the ship.
I'll do it.
Right, did that take control?
I don't know. I'm currently...
Well, I don't have the ability to turn the dampeners on, so I'm going to guess
Yeah.
that didn't give me control of the ship.
It didn't give me control of the ship now.
Right.
I think I'm just going to... There we go. Right, that should have sorted it. Unidentified, I've just destroyed it, and the unidentified signal's still there.
Do you want to just pick a direction and jump?
Why not?
And see if it then just disappears?
It hasn't disappeared, no. But there's a Vangelis base down here. Vangelis base. If that's a mining base, if I remember correctly, it's one place for us to test your miner out.
Yes. Poor base. Engage warp speed.
You can probably finish early tonight, mate.
No problems.
We've had a good 3 hours. It's longer than we usually get to do it, so it gives us both a chance for an early night. Well,
Ish.
relatively early, yeah. Yeah. We're just going to have to wait for that unidentified signal to finish, I suppose, when the 30-minute timer goes out.
Like I said, I think that 30-minute timer thing's got nothing to do with that. I think that's server-side ship clearing. You might find as soon as you relog it, like load in, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because obviously there isn't a ship there now for it to track. But it may not be smart enough to realise there isn't a ship there to track until it does something with the world. Hence why I was like, jump some distance away.
It's old space engineers for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what we're going to have to do now, aren't we?
Would it be summon the Keen?
Got it right there, buddy. It's always a payoff when I need to start slowing down on these things.
Yeah, let's not try the shields out with planetary impact. Well, asteroid impact, but same thing, right?
Yeah. Probably used to be a planet.
Until you last time crashed into it.
Shush. Wasn't my fault. I spilled the
Can't
beer.
prove nothing.
Yeah. The curry was a little bit too spicy. So I had to open another bottle of beer.
I love the fact they called that seagull Vinny.
Vinny, yeah. It does look like he got stuck in turmeric, because I don't think a curry would stain a bird that bad.
Yeah.
We're firing.
Yep. Gotta love them lasers.
Alright. Oh, and missiles are going out.
I love the fact this ship is so big I can't actually zoom far enough forward on it
Yeah, I know.
to see everything else.
It's silly. But we did say that if we're going to do it, we're going to do it big. Oh, hello.
There must have been a drone.
Or a help me ship.
Yeah.
Or it could be just bikini.
Either that or one of the turrets is just yeah. I'll fire at it.
Oh, something's up there. I just hope we're not wasting missiles with the base being on the opposite side of that rock.
I think we're probably at the point where stopping firing and moving forward is probably the. There is an unknown signal above us.
Right.
A green one. That's 2.5 kilometers away, which is probably what's getting shot at. But as I don't need another cow space helmet.
No.
Or the pajamas.
Oh, there's quite a bit here, mate. The ore detector's just kicked in.
Yes, 11 mixed signals.
Have we managed to catch this base on the opposite side of the...
Every single one of these we've come to has been at the opposite side. We've got magnesium, iron, gold, cobalt. Silver. Some more iron.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm
You-
going to leave the ship to stop here, and then I'm going to take the Bob
Yep.
ship out once I've put some stuff back in there. Take the Bob ship, and then we'll literally just get it as close as possible to the. Ooh. Wrong one. What's that one? Needed oxygen. There we go. Right. Don't know if this has actually got any weaponry, has it?
I don't remember ever coming across any, to be honest. I think we surmised it was meant to basically be defended by drones.
Hmm. I'll find out in a second. I have pinked the whole thing, so. No, I think we're okay. There might be some guns on the inside. Well, I might as well bring it up. The bogs in so we can. Oh, give me a go, right? Oh.
Okay then.
That didn't look like it was very successful, eh?
Um. $150K.
especially as that's a large ship drill as well.
Interior plates.
Okay, I think that's us positioned.
I think we might be having a weird problem with the shield generator.
As in, like, the shield generator's preventing the drill from working properly.
I think it's making us impact before we hit the asteroid.
Right. And try switching
Or it
them
might
off
just be the...
while you're drilling?
Yeah, I've just done that. Yeah, I've just done it.
Pop them on a control panel button.
Doesn't look like that's the problem. But it was worth checking. I think it's just the way that they've got the nose cone of it.
Now come have a look.
To be fair, the problem now is the ship is actually full.
Yeah, it looks like it's hardly made a dent. Unless, of course...
Yes, but it's filled
is
every storage container.
Is it going to be that it's actually great getting you more stuff into your storage from less drilling?
I think it is.
Which means that we're going to be here for ages. Yay! So what's it like right-clicking?
That's right-clicking right now.
Right. Still doesn't look like it's making a dent, though, is it? Well, whatever.
That looks like a quite impressive dent. It's not as good as the modded version.
Yes, yes. But I think that one was probably a little bit too ridiculous, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. The problem is looking at this. I don't know whether we'd get away with a 5x5. So I might have to put a set of small drills around the outside just to make sure.
Yeah, you mean as in, yeah. Giving you the extra space.
So like attached here, a drill, and then all the way around to give you the 5x5.
As long as the drills don't damage the main drill. That's the other thing we'd need to take into consideration. So it might just be, you might have to have a connector block on this bit here to connect to it all. Is there one on the bottom as well, or is it just that top one? No, there's one on the bottom as well, so you could have like a ring around here of connectors.
Yep.
And then just attach them to that, so that they're at least a block away.
Yeah, but for this ship to be of any use, it's also going to need a whole lot more storage capacity.
The other thing is the unidentified signal has now been updated, and there's one 5,230 kilometres away. The odd one's still there, but a new one's come up. So that's obviously going to be the target for next episode.
Right. The ship's got its shields back on.
Oh, we do have a hole in the ship. That must be when it crashed into us.
Yeah, I think so.
That's another thing I've got to do then. Put some more repairs in on the ship. Do you know, I think I can actually leave this in here because it seems that it's drawing everything out anyway. I've got 10 minutes left, mate, so see if we can get ourselves ready to slow down and finish.
Yep, this ship needs more cargo, more engines.
Well, it's our first time using it, isn't it, really? So now we've
Yep.
kind of found out its capabilities, we now know what we need to do to improve it.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it too big until we knew what it could do
Mm.
and how much storage the drill had. Because if the storage was like 3 million tons in the drill head, you don't really need much cargo space on the ship.
No, you're right. Absolutely right. Because you're just adding weight then, aren't you?
Yep.
And God, do I know what happens with a weighty cargo space.
Because this thing is already considerably different handling now it's got weight in it.
That's why you need the extra power.
Yeah, gyros are fine. So far. So that might be different once you put more cargo on it, but like for this level of cargo capacity, gyros are fine. It's just the engines. And maybe the solution isn't adding more cargo to this. Maybe the solution is building a second ship that is just a cargo ship.
Got to connect to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that you're not trying to carry the heavy drill equipment and the cargo capacity.
So probably what we need is that the ship would be connected from behind. So do we have space behind to connect it to, or is it?
Yep.
Let's have a quick look at it.
Yeah. There's a battery on the very centre at the back at the minute.
Right.
Now, my original plan before I put the shield generator here was, you'll see this is like a 4-starred connection point,
Yeah.
which basically is large grid storage container sized. But that could quite easily be replaced with a connector point.
Yeah. So it definitely looks like a 6x6, or sorry, 3x3 front end.
Yep.
With at least what? Ooh, those are large, aren't they? So 5 spaces between where those thrusters are going. So it'd be like, oh, let me have a look. So if you made the front end 7 blocks tall, and that's where you could put cargo container. That's basically a cargo container, isn't it? But effectively.
Yes.
And then you could put the rest of the ship around it. So yeah. Might be an idea. I'll have a think about it, and I'll
So it's either basically one of those in there, and then a bigger engine block round the container,
yeah.
or a secondary ship with a cargo container, so that when this is mining, you can just come in and get the stuff.
Take it away.
But I think we're definitely going to need a ring of drills around the front,
Yeah.
which will obviously redesign where the thrusters are.
Mhm.
Which should hopefully get us some more thrusters in each direction. Because at the minute, up and down is excellent, but every other direction has 3.
Right.
So up and down has 5. Has 8. 3 for the sides, and then 4 for front, forward, and reverse at the minute.
To be fair, mate, by next week I'd have forgotten completely all about this. Right. Right.
But it's very simply upgradable.
Yeah. I can see some of the things we need to do. Get rid of that battery. Get rid of the shield generator for the moment, and start thinking about putting a connector on the back, and then building another ship to connect to it. That's effectively got space in it.
Yep. Shield generator can easily be moved.
Well, the one thing you can do is just put the shield generator on the other ship, because when it's connected, shouldn't it protect the other ship as well? Or is that? Or am I just making that up?
It will, but I think we're better off putting one on each, so that when we're going in and getting position to drill, we can not have whatever cargo ship connected.
Yeah.
And whenever the ship's getting full, you can just pick up a cargo load and go. Because the drill and stuff will still hold 100,000, which is a fair amount of resource.
It's a shame.
You just don't want to be trying to fly it back into the ship with it.
Well, another option is that we have little cargo pods that can go on the back of these things, and a ship that can basically connect for the cargo pods on both ends, and then have a ship that will connect to the thing, attach it to the back of your ship, and then disconnects from that end, and then pick up another one from your end there. So instead of it actually just being a ship on there, it's literally just a movable cargo container. that the ship actually delivers and returns back to the ship. So you've got like maybe three or four cargo containers that you can attach to the back of the thing, and it can just take the cargo containers off there. It's just another idea, just a general thing. But that would mean it's probably easier to do the ship itself, or have your own flyable one, because you got to do all the heavy landing and stuff like that. Anyway, folks, that is probably it from us. So thank you very much for watching. If you could press the like and subscribe button, I'd be very, very grateful. Especially if you're watching on VOD, you leave a message as well. And partridge in a pear tree. That's us done for tonight. It's going to have an early night tonight because we've done a lot of work, and it's Easter. And, well, I have no more excuses. That's it. So, take care, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.